Hi, my name is Brian. If you're watching this video, there's a pretty good chance you're building a home or thinking of building a home. Building takes what, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 12, 18, depends on the size of the house, the weather conditions, and your timing. A lot of the challenges when people are building a home is how do we sell our home and avoid a double move? Some people are okay with a double move, but here's an idea for you. When, for example, let's say we have an out-of-town buyer. I call buyers are rabbits, turtles, or sloths, and you know, the sloth, they look, but they never buy. They never move. The turtles move over a long period of time. The rabbits move right now. On occasion, we have a rabbit that might be relocating into the city, and what we don't want them to do, nor do they have to sign a long-term lease. And what they would do is purchase a property. They look at the inventory that's for sale, whether we're showing by owners or houses for sale in the MLS. If the buyer says, I don't like any of that inventory, got anything else? Well, we consider you on standby. Standby means that you'd sell, but you don't want to list. But you'll only sell contingent upon you avoiding double move. So the buyer says, I will go ahead and put your house under contract and close where you can rent back. Or they put your house under contract and they wait till your date happens. And you know, the reason this works is when you have a marketplace with low inventory or a quadrant where they don't like any of the inventory, a buyer isn't always looking for condition of the property as they are for location of the property. They've got to be in that school district or that city near their parents, or some motivation is driving them to live in that quadrant. And you have a home, but you're not at the dance. You may not be at the dance for 6 months, but there's a buyer in the marketplace. And that buyer says, I didn't like my choices. If you think about eHarmony, eHarmony is a dating site, a matchmaking site. And you know, being on eHarmony, sometimes it's like, you know what, I don't like the inventory. And you know, you want more choices. And so a buyer says, I want more choices. I don't like what I see. And then you have a house to sell, but you don't want to list it. It's way too early in the game. But you would like to know your equity position. You would like to have it over with, contingent upon your build being completed. So what we do, we're matchmakers. And we have about 7 ways that we find buyers' properties. And we cannot count on the MLS only, because a lot of times there is not enough inventory, and our buyer decides not to move because they didn't like anything that was at the dance. They didn't like the inventory that was for sale. So our objective is increase our buyers' choices. And so one of them is working with the local builders, specifically saying, we may have a match for a buyer who says they have a house to sell, but they won't move forward and put the house under contract with the builder because they're not sure they can sell their house. So the builders want us to help match your home. Or if you've already made a contract with the builder, but you're trying to time it. The same thing, the builder and yourself want your home under contract. But you don't want to pay 6, 7, 8% brokerage fees. And so you want it to be much less than that, less than half of that. You can still accomplish your goal without the inconvenience of putting your house on the market. And in this economy we're in many quadrants, selling standby, really America's moving toward this trend. We're doing this with seniors. We're doing this with people who are building. There's other marketplaces. We're doing this. We're just trying to sell houses that are not even on the marketplace because of the demand we're seeing. Hope this is beneficial to you. There's a Contact Us button at the top of this website, and I'll just encourage you, if you have a home to sell because you're building, or if you're considering building, but you know you didn't like what you saw where the locations were, you know, we have, like I said, many sources to try to help you find an infill lot with a builder or something along those lines. If your heart's already really set on building, we could help you in that capacity as well. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it.